Hello, in today's video, I've got my review of the Monopoly Empire game. Now, the Monopoly Empire game is a little bit different from the original Monopoly that you've probably played before. One of the big differences is that Monopoly Empire is a whole lot quicker to play. Typically, a full Monopoly game can take, up to 3 or 4 hours, sometimes even longer if you have a lot of players. Meanwhile, with Monopoly Empire, you're not going to go over, 30 to 45 minutes. Typically, these games don't last as long, but it will depend on how many players you have. Now, another big difference with Monopoly Empire is the essentially the whole branding of Monopoly. Instead of having streets like Boardwalk, Park Place, and stuff like that, now instead you will have the some of the biggest companies in the world. For instance, you got Xbox, Under Armour, Samsung, EA, McDonald's, etc. So one of the cool things about having all these big brands is that it actually subsidizes the price of Monopoly Empire because they had to pay for advertising, so it does lower the price of Monopoly Empire. So the way the game works is you go around the board, just like in regular Monopoly. However, one of the big differences is these little towers. Now there's four of them, meaning you can only play with four people, but it's not that bad. The way it works is that every time you land and buy a property, you get a little chip to put into the tower, and you basically put the chip in and slide it all the way down. And there are little values next to each little notch on the tower. So let's say I put one in and I get it to, let's say, 100,000. Now every time someone lands on my property, they have to pay, actually it'd be like $100. Also, every time I pass go, I get $100. So that means that every time I get a new property, it increases the amount of money people will have to pay me for rent and the amount of money I get for passing go. In order to win, you have to stack your little pieces all the way to the top. So this really makes the game interesting because it does make the game go a bit faster. Also, you notice the money system is a lot simpler. There's only 50s, 100s, and 500s. That's it. The good thing about this is that it makes the game go a whole lot faster, and it's just because you don't have to worry about having the ones, the fives, the 20s, all that extra stuff that you don't need. Also, it does come with dice. It does have some of the normal elements such as the go to jail, just visiting, free parking, all that stuff. It does have cards. You get 2 cards to start out with, and you get to play these cards whenever you would like to. They all do different things, but all in all, if you know how to play Monopoly, picking up this game is going to be very simple, and like I said earlier, it's also going to be a whole lot quicker than regular Monopoly. So this is a great game for someone for whenever you just want to sit down and play a quick game, because sometimes playing regular Monopoly is a huge time investment. Now, another cool thing about this game is the pieces. For instance, you got the Xbox controller. Paramount has their logo on this little movie tablet. You've got a motorcycle, some McDonald's French fries. Basically, you'll probably recognize almost all of the brands on here, which I think makes it a little bit more fun. You can say, "Hey, I own McDonald's," or whatever. I think it makes it fun. But thank you so much for watching this review. If you check out the link right below in the description, you can find the cheapest price for this, so please go ahead and do that. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the review.